I'm Emma of Granola Gear. I usually come to you with videos about knitting and that sort of thing, lots of making. And I've been doing a lot of talking head type videos lately just because I started a new job, I haven't had as much time, and that was just the easiest for me. But I decided this week, because I didn't have anything else planned, that it was time to assess the doom pile. Some of you might be familiar with this. It's my stack of things that I really need to fix. Usually small stuff, but just haven't gotten around to it. It gets a hole, and you know what? It just gets tossed in the pile. I can't do every single thing today because some of it requires my second sewing machine that works a little bit better, that's currently not at my house. So I'm gonna do just the stuff that I can do to hopefully bring the pile down a little bit. And I thought I'd take you along with me as some accountability for myself to get it done. So let's get into it. So we're gonna do this fun little angle and hopefully I don't bump the tripod too much. But I've got my big box of many thread colors. I've got my coffee and I've got two pairs of pants, one mine, one my husband's, with very similar issues. This first pair is my husband's. We've got, as you can see here, a little rip. The pocket lining is keeping it from being able to see all the way through, but it's starting to gape. I'm thinking this, I can probably like fold a little bit and then just sew it into the top there. It's kind of a stretchy fabric, so I'm not too worried about the fabric pulling apart too much again. And then I've got a pair of my own pants with the same issue, but much worse. This I do think is gonna like pull apart, so I think I'm just gonna sew the pocket closed. I think that's probably the best solution in this situation. They're too small to see, like that's how far my hand goes in. They're too small to really use for anything, so may as well keep the pair of pants and lose the slightly meaningless pocket. Trim this little thread here. So let's find some thread. So that went pretty well. I originally thought I'd do some kind of whip stitch, but that was going to be too obvious. So I ended up doing whatever the sewing equivalent of the mattress stitch was, and I just went up into either side and pulled them together. I took a few clips, but it was kind of hard to do in front of me. So a nice and closed pocket compared to this one, which is still functional, but now I can keep wearing my pants. So let's do the next one. thread for this is the other one, because that kind of mushroom gray brown is better than any of my grays. This one's a little more visible, but it's not obvious, it's subtle. I think we should all be more okay with seeing visible, subtle mending on people's clothes. I think that's important. Things look worn, it is what it is. But yeah, no more hole. He has actual usable pockets, so now I can use that pocket without something falling apart, and these are back in the rotation, so that's fun. Next here we've got one of my favorite quarter zips. This guy's so comfy. It's a nice cotton. It's like a knit fabric, but I've got a little hole right here that I'm worried about washing it again because I know it'll get bigger. And I don't know how well you can see this, but there's like some little pulls right here that I just kind of need to tack down that so that it doesn't turn into a much bigger problem than it currently is. So let's see if I have a thread match. This is kind of a interesting corally color. Might have to just do the closest pink I've got. I'm not trying to make it like look new again, kind of like I said. I'm going for wearability, and I'm going for not falling apart more in the wash. I really don't think that someone's gonna see this spot on my sweater and go, oh my gosh, did you do a crappy job sewing your sweater back together? The answer is yes. And do I care? No. Do they care? Also no. Just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything, but now this can go in the laundry again. I don't have to worry about it falling apart. Big win. Next we have this cashmere sweater that I love. I realized the other day, and when I got this, I thrifted it. It had some other little holes, but I just realized that I missed one in the back here. So I'm just gonna, like before, give that a little careful seam, probably a little bit more careful on this one, but it's close to the hem, so I'm not super worried. Just so it doesn't fall apart more and I don't lose sleep at night over it. Teeny little hole repaired. I know it doesn't look great close up, but far away you really can't tell. This was kind of a funky one, but it is what it is. It looks a lot better now and it won't fall apart. So I think that's all I can do today for sewing. I still have a handful of things, but like I said, they require a machine, but 2 sweaters and 2 pairs of pants is pretty good, makes a dent. Now the other thing that I have left is to frog a few things. One of these just doesn't fit and I didn't really knit it in the right pattern. One of them I just don't really wear and I'd like to use this yarn for something else. And one of them I never finished. So let's do that. We're gonna start with this one, which is in Rosa Pomar Mungo. I'm not gonna show the pattern because I don't want to be like, I hate this sweater, because I don't hate it, or shirt to shirt. I just don't think that it's a good use of this for me, and it's not in the right size. It's just too small. So we're gonna frog it, and then I'll use it for something else. Probably the Bergman sweater by Caitlin Hunter, because why not? One sweater unraveled, and I don't think I'm gonna do the other two today. I've been doing this for like 2 or 3 hours now, and I definitely made a dent in what I have to do, but I'm just not up for the rest of it. I need to eat my lunch. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being my accountability buddy in getting a few things done. My pile is about halved as far as things I need to do, so that's a big win in my book. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. You had a little fun hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great day and happy knitting, and a like and subscribe if you appreciated this. Thank you.